Hey everyone, Dr. Andrew Orr here. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that a lot of people ask me about, and this subject is about what registered healthcare practitioners can and can't say on social media and other media platforms. And basically a lot of that's got to do with advertising and strict advertising laws. Plus there's actually codes of practice that we have to adhere to and strict guidelines we also have to adhere to that non-registered practitioners can actually get away with. Because when you're not registered or you're a non-regulated practitioner, you can pretty much say what you like because you're not governed by certain registration, you're not governed by a board, the medical board, whichever board you belong to. It could be physio board, could be medical board, could be Chinese medicine board, chiropractic board. All those registered professions have strict codes that they have to adhere to. The other part is that as registered healthcare practitioners, and actually any healthcare practitioner, you can't give advice per se in the form of doing a consultation online. So this is where the issue is. So often people say, you know, why can't you talk, why can't, you know, a surgeon say that they're an advanced trained surgeon and they specialise in the accession of endometriosis and things like that? Well, because one, that breaches the guidelines of advertising. And also it's to do with anti-competitive laws as well. So there's all these little things that as a registered practitioner you can and can't say. And it also, as I was just talking about, when it comes back to people asking, Doc, you know, what about advice for this or what about advice for that? We're not allowed to give you advice per se online because that's actually like having a consultation. So that's why a lot of the time when people ask me questions, I have to say, look, I'd love to help you with that, but you have to come in for a consultation because that's what we legally and ethically and professionally have to do. Because if you've got a healthcare issue, you actually should be seeing a healthcare provider and you need to see someone that is trained in that area of healthcare that you need to do. Yeah, and that's the hard thing because with strict advertising guidelines too, we are actually quite restricted in what we can and can't say, which makes it really, really hard for people like yourself to find a qualified healthcare practitioner and someone that is going to help you because of especially being registered, we can't say anything at all, pretty much. But we can say general things. We can talk about general topics. So if there's a topic like pregnancy, we can talk about general topics. We can talk about general topics like endometriosis. We can talk about polycystic ovaries, women's health issues, reproductive issues, things like that. Just general topics, general chit chat, and it's straight to the point. And pretty much so as long as it's not breaching any of the guidelines, we can actually say it. So that's why I thought I'd explain a little bit to people so they know a little bit more and why it is often hard to find a so-called expert, or if you're in the medical field, a specialist in a certain area, because even they are bound, like surgeons, anyone in the medical profession or a registered profession is bound by what they can and can't say on any form of media, and that includes social media as well. So yeah, I just thought I'd explain that a little bit more. It might help people understand why we have to be very careful what we say in some of the responses that registered healthcare practitioners say and what they can and can't do. Again, if you're a non-registered practitioner, you can pretty much say whatever you like, that meaning a healthcare coach or so forth and things like that. All right, on that note, the phone is ringing. I am going to go, and I just thought I'd explain that. Take care.